Hello, everybody, and welcome to Broadcast UGC. I'm your host, Galactrix, and this is episode 4. And this week we're going Klingon, and I'm joined by my co-host, Bazag. Say hello.
Hello, everyone. I'd just like to say a big thank you to Duke of Rock, who stepped in for me last week. I was unable to be here as I had to go away for the day, so big thank you to him for stepping in and filling in so capably.
Yep, he certainly was welcome that week. And we have today a Klingon mission called Krios Falling by Alien de Jour. So,
Yes, neither me or Galactrix have actually played this mission before, so it'll be interesting to see what's it like. I've had a look at the ratings, and it's been doing fairly well, over 500 reviews and an average of over 4 stars, so it should be good. So
hopefully,
let's see how let's see how it turns out, Charlie.
Okay, first of all, I need to pick up the mission like I usually do every week. And it's called Krios Falling, and it's got a rating of 3.94 at the moment, which is pretty good for Klingon missions. Because the highest Klingon rated mission is 4, so that's just 0.5 down from that. Let's have a look. In 2386, the Empire was forced to abandon Krios. Before leaving, the Klingon governor vowed the Empire would return and rule Krios again. Now, General Kern is asking for your help to fulfill his ancestor's oath. And let's just hail the thing. Commander, I am General Kern, son of Vor, the House of Sobai. The High Council has authorized me to strike against the Federation's allies, and I have found a target as choice as ready for picking. Add my ship to the battle group. We're going to Donatu. Okay, let's go. I really got to practice my Klingon. Okay.
Long-range sensors detect an encrypted beacon from the IKS Borotai. I believe that's General Kern's ship.
Cool. Let's go.
Oh, and one of the reasons why we chose Krios Falling is Galactrix is only Commander 5 at the moment, so we are limited in terms of what missions we can review at this time.
Yeah, I'm sure there are lots more missions on the top of that list that I can't actually see at the moment. Okay, so we're about to enter the Donatu system.
So what are your expectations for this mission so far?
I don't know. It sounds interesting. I picked it because of the name. It just sounded really cool, and the description as well. It seemed to have really good reviews. Hopefully it's a good mission, because I haven't played any Klingon missions really.
Okay, so I'll say Commander, I've received a message from the General's flagship. We're being ordered to link our navigation system with theirs. Understood.
Ooh, a warp out in animation.
Being held.
I expect my warriors to know their enemy. Consult your ship's library. When you have learned all you need to know about the Kriosians, contact me again. Okay, consult library files. Ship's computer active. State the nature of your request.
Okay, I'll do the show me all library files related to the Kriosians.
Okay.
Okay, well there's a lot. Physiology, culture, ancient history, imperial history, and recent history. I might just go with physiology and culture for now.
Okay.
There's probably a bit too much there to read everything. There's an image there of a Kriosian female. Kriosian physiology. Kriosians are bipedal humanoids, 1.5 meters to 1.8 meters in height. Strength and durability comparable to most humanoid species. They closely resemble their ancient relatives, the Trill, and closer relatives, the Voltese. The primary difference with the trill being that some Kriosians and Valtees have a line of spots running down their spines, as well as the normal lines down either side of the face. Most vital organs are located in the ribcage and skull. Biological function ceases with the destruction of the heart, lung, or central nervous system. Like the Trill and Voltees, they have high psionic potential, though few exhibit any actual power. However, a small percentage of Kriosians are empathic metamorphs. These are highly desired for pair bonding because they instinctively modify their personality to become an ideal mate. Well, that's rather interesting. So we'll now go on to Kriosian culture. Kriosian's culture is divided into several castes and ruled by a hereditary ruler called the First Monarch. The caste system is strictly maintained. Merely expressing romantic interest in a member of another caste is punishable by dismemberment or death. Used to complying to this strict caste system, Kriosians make dedicated and conscientious servants. However, they are extremely stubborn and are difficult to bring under initial control. Most Kriosians follow the teachings of Akador, whose temple resides on Vault Minor. Unlike their cousins, the Trill, there are no symbionts in either Kriosian or Voltese society, nor do Kriosians seek to be joined. Most considered losing their true self in the act of joining as apparent as assimilation by the Borg.
That's interesting. And we're getting responses from the chat room saying that they recognize the species from an episode of TNG. So that's interesting. I thought it sounded familiar, but I wasn't really sure. Okay, are we going to read the rest of these things, or how about recent history? Because that would explain.
Do you want to do recent history, Galactrix?
Recent history. Image on the left is a Kriosian businessman. Conquest. The Klingon Empire fought many honorable wars with the Kriosians. In time, decadence, internal strife, and massive drain on the Voltese Cold War cost the Kriosians their fighting edge. As its power unraveled, House Sobai led an invasion of Krios Prime. The first monarch escaped and commanded a running insurgency from exile on Andoria. The campaign was long and bloody, but the Klingons prevail. During the Klingon Civil War of 2386, the High Council ordered Governor Vor to abandon Krios Prime so his forces could be moved to secure core worlds of the Empire. It was assumed that Krios Prime would easily be retaken after the war, but in 2387 the Kriosians signed a mutual defense treaty with Vault Minor and became a Federation ally. Because of the standing treaties with the UFP at that time, the High Council deemed it dishonorable to take action against Krios Prime. These treaties were declared void in 2406.
Alright, so that's why we're trying to take it back, because it's more honourable to fight now.
Okay, so shall we say we've seen all we need to see here?
Yep.
Okay. Hail
so
General
let's
Kern.
hail.
Excellent. Wisdom is the first weapon and a warrior must draw in battle. I would rather fight by a man. Beeping sound off screen.
What is it, sir?
We will have to drop out of warp early. No time to explain now. All ships, prepare to disengage your computers from my nav system and drop out of warp.
So let's disengage.
Special effects. We are in the Kalian Belt, a ring of asteroids in the Krios system between Krios Prime and a gas giant Garus. As we are approaching the system, long-range sensors detected a Starfleet task force entering the far side of the belt. If we go straight for Krios Prime, we'll get trapped and besieged. The Kriosians' ground defenses and Federation ships will be an anvil and hammer, and we will be all that gets pounded. We will have to deal with that fleet first. As you've noticed, the actinides in these asteroids play havoc with sensors. No doubt Starfleet intends to lead us on, what do the humans call it, a wild goose chase? By the time we blindly stumble into their fleet, this system will be as fortified as Kronos in stealth. The Starfleet Admiral is calculating. Every path he presents us leads to defeat. But I have a plan to keep our initiative.
What are your orders, sir?
Take a small detachment of ships. I will provide you the means to destroy the stations orbiting Krios Prime in a spectacular manner. He taps the side of his head. Starfleet's compassion overrules its discipline. When they see you assault the Federation vessels will abandon the plan and come running to the Creation's aid. Then we shall trap them. Do not stop until Starfleet comes. Warp to Krios Prime.
Ooh. It's calculating. I like it.
That was interesting. That was kind of like an introduction map, really, because it was all just reading the thing and then getting some background history on the races.
Yeah, and introducing a species that had already been introduced in canon, but not assuming that people already knew about them. Not assuming people have actually seen the episode.
That's good. Okay, Commander, before leaving the Icalian belt, the General's ship beamed over several high-yield antimatter warheads. We should... he checks his tactical display. The rest of our detachment is being engaged by a Creation force with superior numbers.
Get us into that fight.
Well, we better go before they're all dead.
Yeah, it looks like they're almost dead. So just so mostly frigates, so it shouldn't be too much of a hassle.
Target shields have failed.
So how many? So you'd reckon there's about 2 groups here, or actual 3 groups of enemies here? Because there's some.
I don't know. It didn't seem like 3 groups. But then again, there are about 6 frigates. I don't know how many frigates you get in a group usually. I think it's about 2 usually. So maybe there are all 3 groups here at the same time.
Well, there's also 2 of us, so that's going to be expanding the. Oh, well, only the Katinga survived.
Yeah.
Well, there must have been 3 groups there. Didn't seem like there were. All other vessels in our detachment have received heavy damage. The ship name is the only operational vessel remaining.
And we continue alone. And we'll just leave that Katinga by itself. Okay. So that seemed like a well-balanced kind of opening battle, even though there are 3 groups there. I think they put the weakest frigate groups on there just, as a taster.
And they did balance it out by adding support for you, so...
Okay, we have to beam bombs into a military shipyard and destroy an orbital factory. Okay.
So just up here. Oh, I want to destroy the civilian freighters.
Okay, I'm under attack.
Oh, just by fighters. And done.
Okay, I beamed a bomb into the factory. Did it blow up? Yeah, it looks like it.
Yep.
Was there a space explosion?
No, they're broken at the moment. So I probably assume there was meant to be one, but...
Yeah, I'm guessing there was as well.
So, yes, just one of the things you have to be aware of with playing missions in the Foundry is that Things aren't always appear what they're meant to.
Chat room says another unfixed foundry bug.
Target shields have failed.
I'm sure maybe we'll be getting some fixes soon. I've been playing on Tribble, so I haven't really been testing the foundry on Tribble, but I hear that there are some bug fixes. Bug fixes for what? I'm not sure though.
There is meant to be that interact object fix on Tribble. It's not on Redshirt, but on Tribble.
Yes, Rogue Enterprise. Interesting is my catchphrase.
Like indeed with
With
a
Teal'c on
certain
Stargate.
Stargate,
Yeah.
yeah.
Fascinating for Data.
It was
Oh, no,
fascinating for
fascinating
Spock.
for Spock, and then intriguing for Data. That's it. Because I got confused by that episode. I was remembering him saying it in that episode where they meet Sealer and Spock at the same time. So where are we supposed to go now? Bomb this shipyard.
Well, I'm at the other end of the shipyard, so we'll just split,
Okay.
get it done quickly.
Okay, it's where
I'm an
you are.
engineer, I can be able to survive.
Yeah, how's everyone been doing on Tribble so far? I've been having fun with the DOF system. Have you?
Oh yes, I've been having great fun with the DOF system. I don't know what it is about it, but it's fairly addictive.
Yeah, it's really compelling. I just keep having to search for more recruitment missions, and I just want more and more DOS. I got the fake points yesterday for the C store.
Oh yeah.
I bought myself a
I
DOS pad.
haven't,
So funny.
I haven't done anything with the fake C-store stuff yet.
And I don't think, maybe Priority 1 said it, but I don't think any podcasters mentioned that Ensign Helder is actually a DOF now. So,
Yeah, it was a note on Starbase UGC.
yeah, so I think that's pretty cool. That Habrahard's like,
Yeah, it was. There was a Twitter conversation that, which for those that have played one of my later missions, Hidden Intelligence, that we should get Bob on there as well.
Target shields have failed.
I wonder
But,
what the portrait for that would look like.
Yeah. I did hear that they were planning on doing a system to allow Skin of Evil type characters, and so that would be great for giving Boba.
So is that a hint that Bob is one of those Skin of Evil kind of creatures?
Yeah, well, if you played the first mission, the Starfleet experimentation, Bob is the unknown substance, the blob, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay, looks like we've blown up all the things. Captain, there's still no sign of Starfleet vessels on sensors. Our orders were to attack until they come to us, but all that remains are unarmed civilian stations. Should we...
our orders are clear. Continue the attack. There's the civilians. I have to zoom in down to where you were before. Down south, which isn't really south because in space there is no south. What would the south be on a space map? I wonder if our
I don't know.
live listeners could tell us.
I wish I knew those coordinates, like saying, go to bearing, what's it, Mark 3, and what that means. you know, reading out three-dimensional coordinates in space.
Yeah.
Oh, there's an invisible wall. Oh, there.
Multiple vessels are dropping out of warp on attack vectors. Federation cruisers and battleship, accompanied by Kriosian frigates, were being hailed by the lead ship.
Put them on the main screen.
Klingon military vessel. This is Admiral Stavik of the USS Argonaut. I have been deputized by the High Monarch himself, and by that authority I place you under arrest for crimes against the Kriosian crown. We have superior numbers, armament, and position. You have no hope of prevailing against us. Any act of defiance will result in your immediate destruction. Your only logical course of action is to power down your weapons, lower your shields, and surrender. I await your compliance.
Interesting. Okay, they're asking why was there an invisible wall there. I think in the note for the mission it says here there's a known error with invisible walls appearing early in one space map. So I was expecting that.
Yeah, it's probably just to prevent you from firing at the station too early, or from preventing the whatever unit he's used.
And now we're surrounded by Starfleet ships, including Typhoon battleships
and yes, yes. So anyway, broadcast all channels. It's a good day to die.
Yep, it is a good day to die. Let's go kill someone. Oh, there you go. They're being fighting over there.
Let's go attack. Who we can attack? I don't care. As long as it's someone.
Target shields have failed.
Certainly looks like an epic space battle going on around us.
Yeah. The question is, how much of it will be left when we actually get the destroying the Starfleet task force?
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target shields have failed.
Oops, the IKA Sportail just blew up by being next to a Typhoon battleship that exploded. Hope we didn't need it.
So is that an NPC?
Yeah, that was the lead ship of the General, so...
Oh, interesting.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target shields have failed.
See, I'm saying it on purpose
There's a
now.
friendly cruiser in the background there. That's an interesting development.
Oh, where? A Ferengi cruiser? Huh.
Yeah, that there's an back this way.
So what do you think about having that Starfleet Admiral kind of showing up in that NPC dialogue? Because they're having a discussion about it in the chat room. They're thinking it's a bit strange.
Yeah, I'm wondering why it was an admiral. But I think they pretty much explain well why it was Starfleet, but I'm not quite sure why it was such a high-ranking Starfleet officer.
Okay, do you want to read that, or should I?
Yep, we may have defeated the fleet defending their space, but this conflict won't be over until their Klingon boots on Krios. Select an away team and prepare for ground combat. Report to Commander Lakara on the dropship Warthog. So let's beam over.
Beam over now. Oh, I chose the DOF with only 1 power. Oh.
You can change it, can't you?
Okay, I'm gonna choose full power one. Oh, I don't have any full powers because I'm only commander, so I can't promote them to commander. So that's as good as I got. Okay, loading screen. And I'm just about there.
Yep, patching, had a bit of patching to do, but now, landing craft, here we go.
Nice.
I probably should turn the, patching off, on-demand patching, while we're, doing this, just to... Okay, now where's this Commander Lakara? Ooh, looks like the Kriosians decide to activate what's left of their planetary defense network. Things may get bumpy back there, gorgeous. Hang on. I'm not quite sure why she would call us gorgeous.
Why not? Don't you think you got a good-looking character?
Well, yes, but
doesn't seem too Klingon to you, or?
No. Just the terminology gorgeous, I don't think seem all that Klingon, but then again.
So you're checking out the NPCs on this map. There are a lot of NPCs on this map. Wow.
Yeah.
What about this guy? Talk to Enforcer Jer.
Do you mind? This is a private conversation.
Okay, interesting. I'm saying on purpose now all the time. Interesting.
Yeah, I do like the ambient text, like this warrior Jakar is sleeping on the job. Naughty.
Yeah, the author must have put all these NPCs here for sort of like ambience. Ooh, and there's people behind here as well.
I think the only way they could really do it is with using the NPC groups, and just because this has to be way over 25 individual NPCs.
Because we were working out last week that we could fit up to about 200 NPCs on the map if you used all seven sized NPC groups and costume them all as characters.
Now the question is, where is Commander Lakara?
She's the woman on this chair here.
Okay, there we go. She just doesn't have the eye over, so I didn't see her. And do you want to read this one?
Okay. So you're the big hero the General sent over. Anyone can be a hero from the distance of an orbit, but to stand face to face with your enemy, belt buckle to belt buckle, smell their scent and see the look in their eye when you thrust home, that's when a warrior's mettle is most truly tested. I guess we'll find out if there's more to you than a pretty face once you're planetside. Which one are you going to choose? Which option?
I'm going to look after my ship, because as an engineer that would be my greatest concern.
Okay.
Don't worry about your ship. She has been attached to a wing that will be performing precision strikes to disrupt power and communication on Krios. You could say she's paving the landing zone for your team.
What orders do you have for me?
And I have that as a next button, so let's... Yep. As well. Do you want to read this one?
I like a warrior who knows. I like a warrior who knows when to get to business. See, that's I think that's a typo there. Sure.
I like the warrior who who knows.
That's kind of tripped me up there. Okay, there you go. You're being given a platoon of troops to secure the crown property in Shamrata City. Points at a map. It's that collection of conference centers and business offices between the city park and the sea. Between the seizing of one of the royal archives located just off the coast. I'll begin by seizing one of the royal archives. Our spies tell us that library was recently remodeled with help of Starfleet intelligence. What is more, while you were busy destroying their fleet, I intercepted a transmission. The Kriosians have redirected an unnamed high-value member of the government to that location. Whoever they are your real target. Once you secure the archive, find that paper pusher and drag him back so we can squeeze some intel out of his whimpering hide.
They aren't very positive about the people they're attacking.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be whimpering and cowardly and
seem really
underhanded. Yes, the endless grind the KDF has faced in this war has worn down morale. If you are going to lead these troops in combat, you'll need to speak with them, to know them. When you've got your troops in order, let me know, and I'll beam you into the landing zone.
Yeah, we've still got a shaking effect on the camera here. That's not me wiggling my mouse around for the audience. So.
Yeah, no, that's meant to be the the Krios planetary defense stuff, giving the ships.
Oh, so now we have to talk to
bit
all
of a beating. Yep. So Warrior Jakar says, my family has been Sarkurds for centuries. I'm the first of my clan to join the warrior caste. It took everything my family had to get me an officer's commission. If I don't fight well, the council may never grant another commission to one of my kin. Everything my family has worked for 4 generations comes down to this moment. If I don't, it would ruin them. Ruin my entire clan. Everything is on me. If I turns pale. Lieutenant General, I suddenly don't feel so good. I must eaten some bad gah. You'll do fine, warrior.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, that was Epa.
I'll speak to this one over here, this Orion guy, Enforcer Jer, who was having a private conversation earlier. And he's still having a private conversation. Okay, so that wasn't one of the guys I needed to speak to. Okay,
so I'm going to talk to Rifleman Vakrio of House Rom.
Okay.
This foul war has taken my father, my brothers, and my husband. I alone remain the last of my clan. How long will that last? How long until the once great house of Crom is nothing more but a memory? I just ask Kalis to let me do a worthy deed before I go. So though I may die, my house will live immortal in warrior's song.
I think I found another guy over here, Heavy Weapons Officer Kater. It's about time someone returned the Klingon Empire to the ways of glorious conquest. Honor to Jempok and 1,000 blessings on his blood and the House of Duras.
This warrior Jakar. Sleepy man. To battle, what? This isn't the landing zone. Why did you wake me? A warrior needs to get rest wherever he can. I did find that one funny, and I think I enjoy that. And there's just this scorn back here.
Okay, I'll read this one. He says,
okay, well that was very informative.
okay.
This ambient chat is interesting. The Ferengi promised to pay a good price for each quote-unquote souvenir that was found. The fleet is dropping comm jammers all over the place down there. Don't worry, it'll put creases on your pretty face. Besides, those Orions back there have a heavy transmitter that can cut through the clutter. If those Kriosian boys stop playing nice, you give the war target call, and I'll send a little love your way. Be on the bounce when you hit the ground. I'm beaming your team onto the roof of the archive. Ready to beam down.
Okay, we're ready to beam down. And while we're beaming down, shall we run Bitesize UGC?
Yes, we've got a new segment at the moment, so enjoy.
Okay, so we're going to take a short break, and you can enjoy a short video review for the mission. I think it's called the Prudential Use of Violence. So,
Yep.
here we go.
Welcome to Bitesize UGC. I'm Captain P.F. Dennis, and this is Rogue Enterprise.
This week, we take a bite out of Star Trek Online's Foundry with a review of the Prudential Use of Violence by xdevnull.
Okay, let's jump right in with our first category on the list, story. The mission opens with Starfleet sending you to a planet in the Regulus sector where a group of creepy cult-like Ferengi have taken over a dilithium mine and are holding hostages. After you beam down, you discover that none other than Franklin Drake and a much older version of Drake are somehow involved.
Apart from being able to recognize the older man as Drake as soon as you lay eyes on him, the story is interesting, but you never get much of an explanation before the mission ends and you realize that this will be a multiple episode story arc. For this, we gave story 4 stars out of 5.
Next up is map design. The author spent considerable time on the surface map of this mining settlement. It looks great, as does the cave map used for the actual mine. The only issues were the fact that there were a few instances where you had to traverse great distances to reach a contact, disrupting the mission pacing.
There was also a lot of rock climbing involved inside the cave map that may be difficult for less experienced players, and a couple of single action maps that only had one objective that we felt could be fleshed out to include more detail or activity. For maps, 3 stars out of 5.
Moving on to difficulty. There was both space and ground combat in this mission, starting on the planet with the optional Targ hunt. Progressing into the caves, both of us were incapacitated once in normal mode by 2 mobs that were too close together to be fought separately. The respawn was also placed in an inconvenient spot, requiring more rock climbing.
Space combat was fine, and there was plenty of it up until the mission's conclusion. All in all, we'd have to say that the combat, although necessary to move the mission's main theme, was a little unbalanced, so we gave difficulty 3 stars out of 5.
Our final category is tech. How did the author use the game mechanics? He used mirror feds reskinned as Ferengi as the ground mobs. There were no puzzles, advanced dialogue trees, or advanced mechanics employed.
Apart from a few explosions and vanishing objects, the mission had a solid, straightforward, and bug-free feel from beginning to end. We gave Tech 3.5 stars out of 5.
And that's our review of the Prudential Use of Violence by xdevnull. Go and rate it yourselves.
Support STO's Foundry by playing these missions. Until next week, this has been Bitesize UGC.
Okay, welcome back, and that was Bitesize UGC. What did you think of that?
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. I had the live stream muted, but I was able to take the opportunity to watch it before. And just for our viewers, who did that for us?
That was Captain P.F. Dennis and Rogue Enterprise who put that together this week and did it pretty awesome, I think. And I'm looking forward to seeing it again next week. It's always good to see more reviews of missions.
Okay, so shall we get back into it?
Yep, and we are on the ground map now.
What's going on? Where's the rest of the unit? That's the Royal Archive in front of us. How did we get here? We're half a kilometer away from the drop zone. Someone, tell me what's going on.
Commander, it appears the Kriosians are using transport scramblers to deflect the matter stream from our transport beams at random. We're lucky we didn't materialize a mile in the air or inside of a rock. There's no telling where the rest of our unit appeared. Spread out, we need to locate friendly forces.
Well, here's something over here.
It's a really nice looking map. I haven't seen a sort of like beach view like that before.
No, I like the spire in the center of this, I'm not sure what to call it, plaza? With crystals in the middle.
Yeah, certainly exotic looking. Okay, should I read this one? Okay. This worthless Patach. While my men were securing this garden and hauling his transmission gear out of the water, he was busy taking slaves.
Stupid Klingon goat, I have a right to loot. Or do Orions not deserve to profit from a conquest like any other warrior?
You have a duty to fight. Because of your incompetence, that transmitter is completely waterlogged. No transmitter means no contact with the fleet. No air support, no reinforcements, no medivacs. You're worse than a spineless Ferengi.
First, I'll make you eat those words, and then your teeth. Enough!
Okay, we got a choice here. Side with Klingons or side with Orions. That's interesting. And we got a bunch of Klingons here, and we got a bunch of Orions there.
So, who do you reckon we should go with?
I guess we're Klingon, and you're...
Yeah, I'm left,
Lethian.
so I could go either way, I don't care.
Okay, let's, oh, Tia's in the chat room says side with the Orions.
Why not?
Okay, we'll go with what the chat room says.
And it's a fight against Klingons.
And they're dead.
Dead.
It was a good day to die.
Okay, so I guess they're both, I'm not must be both enemy forces that...
Blocked by an invisible wall that drops depending on what you choose.
Yeah.
Yep. And I got the response now. I will remember what you have done today. The day will come when I honor my fallen men. And you, Orion, take your doxies and leave. Go fill your pockets. I don't care. I still have my duty. There is a transmitter to fix and a world to conquer.
If it concerns you, I saw several Gorn heading south into the building complex. If you link up with the other warriors like them, we may just be able to pull off this mission.
Okay, and these must be the doxies.
Yes, they're little tied up vacationers, I guess, in bikinis.
Cool.
Because what else would slaves be wearing but revealing clothes?
Bikinis, yes. So, where are we supposed to be going? I'm kind of
south.
lost on this giant map.
I do like this sort of bridge thing, but
What happens if you fall off?
yeah, I know. You could probably make your way up on the ground, but I don't really want to do that. And I don't think it'd be good watching.
Yes.
So they're probably, yeah, they're reskinned Fed mobs. I like the damage that has been done here.
Yeah, is that
yes,
is that part of the building or something they added?
I haven't noticed anything, but I'll have to have a look in the foundry when I get back.
It does definitely look like part of the building. I haven't really played around with buildings on ground maps before, so I don't know what kind of assets we have, but I imagine you do get a set of damaged building models.
And there's the edict symbol, which is Vulcan.
got some wounded Gorn over here as
Yep.
They beamed us into the sea. Do you know how much combat engineering equipment weighs? Most of my men drowned before they could shed their packs. The rest of us left most of our gear and weapons on the bottom of the bay. How did you get here?
My engineers were assigned to bridge between these rooftops. Weapons or not, Gorn do their duty. We scavenged some bridging transmitters off the beach. Most of us came up with steps to the southeast corner of the building, while my best men scaled up the outside of the one across from it. We placed 3 of the 4 bridging devices when the Kriosians attacked. We were unarmed. We tried to surrender, but they fired on us anyway. These are the only ones that made it out alive. If you're looking to make it to the Royal Archive, you'll need to get that bridging device. The Kriosian soldiers guarding the stairs up from the ground had it last I saw. Thank you, Engineer Sask.
Okay.
This was the guy that just said, "Rawr."
Oh, yeah. Ensign Sasath. Yeah, that's right. He was on the ship. Cool. So I guess that means there are other people from the ship here as well.
Yep. I'd expect that we'd meet all of them eventually.
Even the sleepy Klingon.
Yeah. If I'd have him executed for incompetence.
Okay, which way do we go now? Oh, over there. I see
Here we go on the ground.
See some dudes over here.
There's a bridging device that we need to recover.
Ah.
But we can kill them if we want to.
Yep, let's kill some
They're
people.
Klingons. That's what we do.
We surrendered. We're unarmed. See, the Gorn surrendered.
Yeah, so there's something iffy going on here. I mean, the Federation normally would not do that. Would take
What do
the
you
prisoners.
Oh, you mean the... Yeah.
But,
Okay, we're not supposed to go down there, are we? No.
Okay, so we're meant to go back here and use this thing. Okay, here we go. There we go.
Oh, now that's clever. Now I can get across this thing.
Yes. It's a horizontal force field.
Commander, this is Kater on the roof garden. I dried out the transmission equipment and have it working. Well, mostly working. I've made contact with the warthog, but comms were pretty spotty. Comms are spotty at best. We have voice only, no data transmission at all.
One other thing, Lieutenant General. I caught bits of pieces of transmissions from a warrior named Jakar. He said he was near something important, but the channel was breaking up too much to tell what. Jakar also said the Kriosian had counterattacked, cut him off, and killed most of his men. I triangulated his position. He's held up on a rooftop, 2 buildings west of you.
Okay.
So west is this way.
Let's go.
Oh no, that's east.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
Okay. You're going the wrong way.
And I usually think I've got such good sense of direction. Oh, there's
People
guys up there as well.
Wow. They're being shot at from the...
I
above.
really like how he's positioned these various mobs in a And an ambush. I mean, it really is an ambush.
Definitely not a standard group of people just standing in a circle. Yeah, I really like that.
Talk to Warrior Jakar. This was a sleepy Klingon. We were in dire straits, Lieutenant General / Commander. The invasion force is in total chaos. If we don't get those transport scramblers offline, we'll lose our beachhead in Shamrata. Without this city as a foothold, the entire operation could collapse. If we only could locate one of those scramblers. Do you want to do this one?
My squad managed to locate the scrambler protecting this part of the city. It's on the raised section to the left across that next bridge, though it might as well be on Cardassia for what good it does us. Why haven't you disabled it?
They set up barricades and fortified the rooftop. Many of us lost our disruptors in the beam-in, but if we rushed them anyway, blade to phaser. I could not be prouder. You should have seen the men. They fought like demons. We pushed them back. We were so close, but... What happened?
It was me. I failed them. Ensign Epha hangs his head in shame. A couple of meters of open space, and I've been there, but I froze. The rifle fire, the screams, I couldn't leave cover. My legs wouldn't move. Warrior Jakar should have left me to die in my cowardice.
Shut your mouth, Epha! If you moved, you'd have been blown to mist. It was those damn Starfleet shuttles up there. We're no match for that firepower. We had to retreat, have plotted and schemed to find a way to take them down. Every time it ends the same. That rooftop is covered in dust that was once valiant Klingons. It would take a miracle to get past them. Halibut and airstrike. Get me the IKS Warthog.
Lakara of the Warthog, speak up. Keeps up the comm signal. Well, if it isn't my... Need me to bring down on, do you? I can't read any telemetry through this with my weapons locks. You'll... to guide me in. Stick that pretty neck out and keep a disintegrator pointed at the targets. I'll as soon as you show me where you want it. Over. Understood. No, I didn't. I didn't understand that at all. Sound like my signal. Over and out.
You're going to point a target designator at those shuttles? They'll blow you apart as soon as you stick your head out from behind cover. Unless... I'll be a distraction. Let me charge the barricades. I'm not cut out for a warrior's life. At least let me have a warrior's death. Of course, ha.
Okay, so he's gonna suicide run it.
Yeah, well, because of the limitations, he won't actually do it.
Yeah, he'll be just standing there.
Oh, there we go.
I got an invisible wall. Call it an airstrike. Sorry, pretty one, but caused me to lose on the transport scrambler. I'd like stay and second attack, but Peregrine fighters in my position. Looks like this one is all you. Understood. Over and out.
Well, that just means more Kriosians to fight.
Leroy Jenkins!
That's a bit like that, isn't it? Just charging into the midst of battle without... that's another thing. If you notice on Tribble, if you've ever been on there, bridge officers have stopped.
Yeah, they stopped reviving each other.
Yeah.
Okay, they got things above their heads now.
Okay.
Talk to the soldiers.
I'm looking at some of these Chronosians, and it says his pocket contains a recently broken chronometer on a chain and a sonic screwdriver. If you're a Doctor Who fan, you'll get that reference.
That's funny. This one says, and the officer will most likely survive her wounds, but she'll be incapacitated for hours. And my response is, you're lucky I don't have time to finish you.
What about Alpha?
Oh, he's here. Interesting.
There we go, and Overcar.
There you go, he's dying.
Okay, now where's this transport scrambler? I'll talk to this last Krios soldier. But a child's locket containing a picture of his family. Okay, so where do we down the bottom, down south here. Here we go, this looks like it. Oh, not quite. Set the position exactly right. There we go. It's no use, sir. I can't get through their network security. The Transport Scrambler's system is using a Federation encryption algorithm that's far too advanced for my tricorder to break. We'll need to find a device with a copy of the encryption key already on it. With that, I should have no problem overriding their security measures. Maybe one of the fallen Kriosian warriors was carrying one. Oh.
Okay, we need to check the dead dudes.
Again.
I bet it was the Doctor Who one.
Oh, okay. No, it was the officer. Her pockets contain a half-pack of salty-tasting seeds and a half-sized data pad with a cracked screen. Clutched in a burnt hand is a small security fob. This is it. I found the security key. The data in this device is everything I need and more. If I connect this fob to one of our tricorders, I should be able to override any system in this complex.
Let's go get that transmitter. And the chat room is saying that this is a pretty sunny map for a Klingon warzone.
Yeah.
I think it's a nice, refreshing beach outing.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna go to war, you want to go to war in a good place.
Good place with bikini.
Nice sunny
women.
tropic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Reach
So
the
now
Royal Archive.
there wasn't any pop-up to that, so
Yeah, I suppose there wasn't one.
there didn't. Well, there didn't really need to be one, I guess. Now the question is, how do we get there?
Nothing on my
Doesn't look
tricorder.
Doesn't look like to be any direct path to it.
How about on the map? I assume it's that building there with the NPCs around it.
Do you reckon we could jump? Nah, a bit too far to jump.
No. Let's see what that big device thingy over there does.
I'll have a look at this one. Doesn't look like this one does anything over here.
Nope, this one doesn't seem to do anything. I'll just check my map, see if there are any white circles. Yep, there is a white circle. It is over on that building across from the thing.
So I just get down and walk over.
Don't know.
Wait, I think I might see something. Just saw something.
They're one of those bridges over there.
Oh, it's an invisible wall thing. I'm not sure how they did it, but something just poking out over the edge.
Yeah, I can see that as well. That's interesting.
Maybe
I
there
wonder
is
if I
something.
Can walk on it. Can I walk on it, or I don't want to fall down there?
I did try, but
Yeah, they're saying in the chat room we probably need one of those bridge units, but how can we get one of those? Yeah.
so let's go running around and we'll have a look. The thing is, there's nothing on the tricorder that turns up.
Yeah, if there was a bridge thingy, it should show up as something we could interact with on the tricorder, but there isn't anything. So I'm thinking maybe we do need to either jump down to the ground, which I doubt, because otherwise you would never be able to get back up again, or there is some way of getting over there somehow.
Well, I'll try going on ground. There should be a way to get back up again. At least to this section.
Okay, I can see you on the floor.
But it's probably a fortress type thing. No way to get down and up it on the ground.
Now this is one interesting kind of problem we're having here. It's just that we don't know what to do next. So is that something negative about this mission that we should be talking about?
There is something interesting here. Maybe it's just a viewport out for the just a shuttle bay, bit of a shuttle bay.
Yeah, they're saying it could be a foundry bug, I suppose. That we were expecting a pop-up on that last thingy, but there wasn't one.
Yeah, no, it doesn't look like there's any way to get access to it down here. And there's another one of those things that we noticed to get from the pad to the actual archive.
You can see you on the map. You were in the white circle, but
yeah, I was underneath it.
Yeah, I guess it's up here. So there doesn't look like anywhere you get it.
Now I just got to find a way to get back onto the up there. Oop. Did you hear that explosion?
No, I didn't hear any explosion.
Oh, I ran past an explosion.
I wonder if it's something we missed, or... I'm gonna go back up to where that thing was and see if there was anything we missed.
Okay, so I'm back by the IDIC symbol now.
Oh, so you found a way up. Cool.
Yep. I'm wondering if we could try reclaim some of these bridging devices. But that doesn't look like we can. Well, this is a rather good show for our listeners.
Yeah, running around, not being able to find out what the hell to do. Has anyone in the chat room played this mission before? Just curious. Oh, I found another explosion. What was that? So something we're doing is triggering explosions.
I think it's probably reach markers.
Uh-huh.
let's see what this Kriosian soldier has. Okay.
I think I've talked to all three of them. They didn't have any new stuff.
This wreckage Esther. Oh, this was probably from when we had the IKS Warthog target the ship, and I think I'm stuck in the wreckage now. Oh no, I found a way out. Good. Apparently I received a bridge officer skill point somehow.
Personal shield losing power.
Great, and I'm stuck in the wreckage. Let's try and crouch our way through. Not quite.
If only we could jump this gap.
Oh, there we go.
I think there's more people I can shoot over here.
If only I had a sniper rifle. I'm thinking this cargo lift has to have something to do, but there's no interact. I guess it's that bug that we've got currently in the foundry. That's.
Do you think that's a component complete bug that?
Yeah.
Right. Interesting. I wonder if we can try jumping over. Have you tried jumping? Oh, you have. You fell down there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there is.
There's a bit of a.
There's a floating cargo sled over here. It's too bad you can't pick it up and move it.
Yeah. But if you're down here and look up at the floating platform, you can see these, warp coils, and they're the levitation.
Yeah, that's interesting. Cool. They really thought about that underneath here then. So,
well, I suppose we've got nothing else to do but give up there.
yeah, I'm thinking we might have to give up this mission, but it's been cool so far.
Yeah. So do you want to give your impressions of the mission so far?
My impression of the mission was that it was pretty well done. All the maps have been pretty well done. This one's particularly impressive with all the buildings, and he must have had to build this entire map because all these gigantic blocks had to have been placed here.
Yeah, it's certainly almost completely custom map. It's I suppose a tropical clearing or beach clearing map. Not entirely sure which.
And unfortunately we couldn't finish this mission, but I'm sure it does have a great ending as well because it did have a interesting story.
Yeah, I'm really liking this story. It's Klingon-y, but it also is. There's something more to it that I'm sure if we were able to complete, we'd find out more. And I'd really like to see just how we came across all the other.
The bridge things. Because it's my suspicion it is a foundry bug because I did read the reviews for this and it looks like people have managed to complete this. So I didn't see any reviews that said sorry you got bugs going on here.
All right, so do you want to talk about the rating so far that you've given it, or?
Yeah, despite not being able to finish it, I'd still give it a 4 stars. If I could complete it, I'd give it a 5 stars. But yeah. So that was Krios Falling by Alien de Jour.
Well, as much as we could do anyway.
As much as we could do, yeah. And I'm glad that you're watching along with us, audience, and I hope you try this mission as well, and maybe it'll work for you, or we can contact the author definitely after this and tell them about this as well. Yeah, that we can finish it. But it looked great so far, and I hope you give it a try someday. So that was Broadcast UGC episode 4, and we'll see you next week.
Goodbye.